And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at Century Golem Edition in Endless World. Now this can be a little confusing, but this is a re-implementation of Century: A New World. So there are 3 games in the series Century, but there are 2 different sets. There are some that are set in a real life world, just called Century, and then this is Century Golem Edition, where it's like a fantasy world with golems. So I've already taken a look at this game when it first came out in 2019. Here we're taking a look at the remake, and so the way I'm treating this video is if you've never played the other one and never even heard of it, maybe you have the other Golem Editions already, or maybe you're just stopping by wondering what this game is, I'll show you about this game and how to play it. And at the end, I'm briefly going to tell you how it works with the first 2 versions of the Century Golem Edition. I will say this, if you have one set, the Century Normal World, and then Century Golem Edition, they're the exact same thing. The only difference is components and artwork. So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at how this game plays now. The game is made up of several boards here, and you'll be able to switch 1 or 2 of them out following the rules. And these are going to give you different spots where you're going to be trying to get these gems, which you're trying to use to get you points. Players are going to start with 6 workers, although you have the possibility of having up to 12 over the course of the game. And on a player's turn, they're going to put workers on the board, or they're going to rest and pull all their workers off the board. When you place a worker on the board, there's a number on each of these, and that shows you how many workers you need to place there. So for example, I would need to place 2 workers here to take 3 yellow gems. If there are already workers on a spot, you can go there, but you need to place 1 more worker than is already there. So if the black player wanted to go here, they would have to put 3, and then the 2 purple ones are returned to me for free, which is great. I can use them again without having to take a rest action. Now many of the different locations are simply about getting gems. I can put 1 worker here to get 2 yellows or a green gem. The gems are in descending value. Yellow are the lowest value, then green, then blue, then pink. I can place 2 to get a purple or 3 to get a pink. 2 to get 3 yellow, 3 to get 2 green. And here I can upgrade. I can upgrade 2 gems, so I could take 2 greens and change them to 2 blues, or I could take a yellow, change it to a green, then change that green to a blue. I could change a green and a blue to a blue and a pink. It's up to me. Then there's all kinds of transformation ones here, and this is where the game will change because you can have different transformation ones in different games. I can change 2 greens into 2 blues as many times as I want. So if I have 4 greens, I could change it to 4 blues. But you will notice that these tiles are on top of some of these. There's more things here. Like here, 3 workers gives me a pink and a green, but this is covered up by bonus tiles. And these are gotten at the top of the board. So you'll notice there are cards up here. And when you go to one of these spots, placing 1 worker or 2 workers, you can take this bonus tile here, and it's at the end of the game. For example, this gives me 2 points for every wing symbol I have. This gives me 1 point for every 2 workers I have at the end of the game. This one just simply gives me 3 points. You can take one of those, and you can also take the point scoring card. The point scoring card has a cost at the bottom. This one costs a yellow and 2 greens for 4 points. And you'll notice that the point values can change drastically to where this Iron Giant type golem here costs 1 blue and 2 pinks, but is 9 points. But they also give you benefits. There are 4 different types of benefits. Conveniently, all 4 showed up here. This one here says whenever I go to a spot that shows this mushroom type, so for example, there's a mushroom type right here. When I go there, I can pay 1 less worker in the future. Sometimes they give you extra workers, like this one here. Sometimes they're going to let you do an extra thing at a spot. So this says whenever I go to a water spot, I also get a yellow. So every time I go to this spot, for example, I'll get a blue and a yellow. And these will combine. I can get extra things and reduce the workers on the same things. And then this one here lets me take one of these bonus tiles. I can take any bonus tile I want. I get the benefit on it. So for example, this one gives me an extra worker. This one gives me a wing symbol for purposes of these bonus tiles. This one gives me a red and a blue. But whichever one you take, you have now opened that spot up, and now people can go there too. Upgrade 3, and different things like that. The game will end after one player has gotten 8 scoring cards you will compare, you'll finish out the round. So, and then people will change all 9 yellows into 1 point each, adding them to the points here. Also getting points for your bonus tiles. And by the way, you can only have 3 bonus tiles on your board. And whoever has the most points is the winner. So the game comes with multiple rule sheets here. So here is the rules for An Endless World. This is the game I just showed you. There are 2 pages, although it's technically 3 pages because there is a page here, overview sheet, that shows you all the different locations. Then, how to combine Eastern Mountains with Endless World, how to combine Golem Edition with Endless World, and then how to combine all 3 of them. And you have the rules, and it tells you what to do for each of those. Everything fits in this box here. These trays, I like these trays for the most part, but they are a little difficult sometimes to pull things out of. And interestingly enough, they have this plastic insert in the blue and pink, so they look as full as the rest. Now, if you played the other version of this game, Century, has really tiny meeples. Here they made them much more normal size, so that's good. The artwork, of course, is phenomenal. I've always been a really big fan of all the different Golem pictures in here. I just like them and how they look. There's the ice cream, the cupcake Golem. I don't know. I've just been a big fan of the Golem artwork. They just look like nice, helpful Golems who are doing various things for you. Yeah, the component here is good. I will say that it is possible to fit all 3 Golem editions into one box. You're only going to use 1 set of gems, but you're going to need to get rid of the trays and the insert and everything else. It works, but it is one tight fit. Okay, so Century Golem Edition, really entertaining game here. Now, if you want to see, now in this I talked about just this game itself. If you want, I've done reviews before where I've talked about all the different combinations that you can do and my ranking of them real quick in brief, that this combined with the first game is my favorite, but right after that is probably this game by itself. The first one's really great, the second one's good, this one is back to great again. I really like this. It's very straightforward. I tend to like what we call worker placement games, where you place workers. In this one, you put them, you pull them back. You can replace somebody else, they went to where you want, it costs you an extra person, and you're giving them back to that person. But sometimes that's what you're forced to do. There's variety, the different boards that will show up, the different bonus tiles out there. I love this artwork. This is a simple, easy game to teach people. I would say it's on the level of the first one, Century Golem Edition. It's about the same level, and like I said, if you have both, you can combine them into a pretty neat combination. The simplicity of your decision making is really good. I'm going to take these gems, I'm going to convert them to higher ones. I'm trying to collect the gems to get those golems at the top. But what makes this one stand out is when you get those golems, not only are they points, but it has a little bit of an engine building feel to it, because I'm able to now put out stuff. I get an extra worker that helps, or to go to these spots, and it costs me 1 less worker to go to them. So you have 2 workers there, I can replace your 2 workers with just 2 workers rather than 3. Stuff like that is fun, especially if you can then, chain them together. This spot I go to, it costs me 1 less, and I get a yellow gem when I go there. Now, I'm probably going to want to go to that spot, but I still have to kind of keep that in sync with what the golems up there need. So it's a lot of fun. It's also fun opening up new spots on the board. You'll notice that both the things I've been talking about have shown up in more recent games, but this is one of the first ones to do so. And the fact that you have in this, if you buy this and you have the original ones, this comes with 4 new games. You have the original, this plus the first one, this plus the second one, and then all 3 combined. I did not think that would work very well, but it does. Very impressive. Like I said, my favorite combination is the 3-1 together. But they all work, which is pretty impressive. And if you don't have the other games, you don't need to worry about that. You're not getting that much extra stuff in this box. It's a solid game on its own. Like I said, if you own Century and New World, you don't need this one. But if you're only getting 1, don't you want the Cupcake Golem? I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time. Dice Tower Judgment. Excellent.